move to Dr. Obishe's keynote speaker. Are you still there, sir? I know he has another engagement, like Professor Ige also has another engagement.
I'm still around.
Okay, sir, please, let's just have your title. Okay, sir, your title,
please,
your
can they
method,
unshare
and your
the screen? Can they unshare the screen? The last presenter.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, sir, we can hear you. The last presenter, please take off your slides.
Thank you very much for the privilege to give me to present this paper on behalf of my partner. And the title of our presentation is Influence of Service Quality Delivery on Customer Satisfaction Among Customers of Deposit Money Bank in Southwestern Nigeria. I'm presenting on behalf of my friend. My name is Obishe Francis Oludare, and I'm presenting on behalf of my partner, Adekoke Asimiyu Kolawole. Because of the time that we have been given, I will just speak to a few aspects of the presentation. When I'm talking of the quality service delivery, well, in this paper, we looked at the concept of what actually represents quality, that is service quality delivery. We looked into that area. And we now see the influence of that quality service delivery on the customers of deposit, on satisfaction of deposit money bank in Southwest Nigeria. We looked at 5 banks, as we use 5 banks, in the system to actually do the job. But I think it is necessary for us to have equality. I said quality can be defined as the difference between customers' expectation for service performance prior to the service encounter. What am I saying? Is that there are two things there. That is the expectation and the performance. That if I expect that a product will give me this, then I've registered that. I now find myself expressing that product, then what is my experience? That is to actualize my perception of the product. Then we consulted a number of literatures on the subject matter on the service quality delivery. And we looked at the work of Parashuraman, is an authority in service quality delivery, and so many other people that have talked on the service quality delivery. Then when we are talking of service quality delivery, we delve into the area of what actually constitutes satisfaction, because satisfaction is a thing of the heart. Satisfaction is a thing of the heart. Well, are you satisfied? Yeah, I'm satisfied. There's no way you can actually, there's no barometer with which we can actually measure that one. When a customer is excited, that's when we say that that's the time the customer is actually happy. The methodology, the study adopted cross-sectional survey through export factor design. Then, like we mentioned earlier on, we looked at the study area which covered the 5 biggest at that time. Then it is like it's a nebulous time. 5 big. How do we discover that they are the 5 biggest banks? We relied on the world ranking of banks. Also, we relied on the Nigerian banking system ranking. Also, we looked at Tier 1 capital of all of the affected banks. And the affected banks are Zenith Bank PLC, EcoBank PLC, the First Bank PLC, Guaranteed Trust Bank PLC, as well as Access Bank PLC. We ranked. When you look, unfortunately, I'm not in the place I can share my screen. I will have shared my screen for us to see. We did a sample of all these bands that we selected, purposely sampling technique, like I mentioned earlier on. in the southwest geopolitical political zone. I think there are 6 states within that zone. Because of my time, let me look at one of my presentations here is the table 1 that shows the 10 biggest banks in Nigeria by World Bank ranking, by Nigeria banking ranking, and by fossil capital. And when we look at the table, unfortunately, I could not share my screen. So those 5 banks they are actually the first 5 to be listed, and that's where we can justify the fact that they are the 5 biggest banks as at that time. And like I said earlier, the figures were extracted from the World Bank ranking, and the Fitch rating, and the international banking mechanism. Then the research instrument, self-administered questionnaire, which we serve on the customers of the bank. Then we consider the validity and reliability of the research. Because of my time, let me quickly go to the data analysis. The statistical package for social sciences, SPSS version 23. Version 23 was used in analyzing our data. And the result and discussion, the results gathered from the banks, we administered a total of 1,505 questionnaires, which we analyzed that one. Then we looked at where the socio-demographical information are there. I believe by the time the assessors will see that one when they will assessing it. Then let's look at there's the table that shows us the quality, that is influence of service delivery quality on customer satisfaction, that is using the t-test for independent samples. We have that table too, where we consider the tangibles, the reliability. We looked at the responsiveness. We look at the assurance, and also the empathy. These are the principal factors that are embedded in our assessment of the value, the customer satisfaction. And of course, we look at the customer satisfaction in the area of how they completed the questionnaire. The table 3.
Sorry to this. So which of the banks now met this your criteria? Which of them? Because you mentioned some banks that you mentioned their influence of services of quality delivery. Which of the banks
in the course of my presentation, I said that the table we picked those 5 banks from, they are actually 10, that is ranking from number 1, number 2 to number 10. But because of this research, we now okay, let's pick the first 5. We picked the first 5 of these banks. That's the Zenith Bank, Echo Bank, all these, just the 5 of those banks were picked, and they are still maintaining. And when we look at what the current central bank governor said sometimes ago, we still discover that they are part of those banks that have met even more than the required 25 billion capital structure. Now, some of them have got to 200 billion, almost 300 billion. They still maintain their high ranking status. I don't know whether that's
so those 5 banks, they are now the ones that are standing. Okay.
There are more than 5 banks that are standing. In fact, according to the definition of Cardoso, the new central bank governor, 8 banks stand in. But because of the scope of this research, that's why I limited it to 5. They think there are now 8 banks now that they were able to at least roughen the weather of the economy. And that perhaps that is why the share capital of banks need to be jacked up. In addition to the aspiration of the president of Nigeria, that is looking at year 2050 as a turning point where the economy will be seriously, our own economy will be so globalized and open to everybody able to see. So that is how we pick the 5 banks. We pick the 5 banks actually from the 10 banks that the World Bank says that the first 10 banks, the same arrangement, the Nigerian banking ranking still certify them, as well as their tier 1 capital too. They still show that they are still part of the leaders. Although now the central bank has decided to classify deposit money bank into 3 tiers. That is deposit money bank with international authorization, deposit money bank with national authorization, as well deposit money bank with regional authorization. It is from those list of deposit money bank with international authorization that we have the list of the bank from where we pick the first 5 of these banks.
Thank you, sir. So I think Prof has concluded like that.